Yo, welcome back. Another episode, y'all. Neighborhood CEOs. I'm your host, John. I got my guys, Bird and Lionel, in here. Fellas, what's happening?
What's going on, man?
What it do? What it do, man? I'm
Yeah,
hanging on
yeah,
by a thread, bro. I'm here though, man.
I was about to
yeah.
ask you how you handling, man.
You just got off
Yeah.
a double shift, didn't you, man?
Nah, bro. Yeah, man. It's been back to back pretty much all April, holding the fort down. Wifey been on business trips,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like, all right, she came back like 5:30. I'm
yeah.
like,
You pass it off.
I'm,
You pass it off as soon as you get
yeah,
in the house.
no, it's like a baton, bro. Like I did my
Yeah,
I did my race, I did the
you got
whole
to bring it
stretch
home.
out too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah,
Be
but
like
nah,
that,
bro.
man.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's a fact.
Yeah, you've been doing that for some time, man. So you got that joint like it ain't
A
nothing
pro,
now,
man.
man.
Yeah, nah, it's a
Yeah,
pro, man. You
yeah,
taking
man.
shortcuts.
Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, we got a special guest, man. And we was talking just a few minutes ago, Lana, before you came, man. When we first started, Lana, I hollered at him. I looked at my Instagram. It was like August the 2nd, man, about
Uh,
2024, man. I shot him a message, man. We were supposed to make it happen, man, but we perfect timing, man. We got it together today, man. So
that's what's up.
Bird, I threw the oop long a couple years ago, but Bird just threw it down for me like a couple of days ago and got it straight, man.
Hey,
So
man, you know how we do. We
yeah, yeah, yeah. So hey, Bird, let everybody know who we got in the neighborhood, man.
Hey, man, we got a special one tonight, man. And I had to put a little something together for him, like Uncle Shay Shay, man.
Yeah,
Feel like I need that 1996 Bulls intro music on this one right
yeah.
here, though, man.
We did a
You know
lot,
what I'm
man.
saying? Yeah, man. So tonight, man, we got one of the most electrifying athletes on the gridiron to come out of Central Virginia by way of Charlottesville. He got them Louisa blood ties though. After an incredible career at CHS, he went on to become JMU and CAA's single season punt return record holder and the CAA Special Teams Player of the Year, while also being an FCS national champion. He's had his stints in the NFL with the Jets, the Chiefs, the Titans, the Raiders, and is also a Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Hey, and this record's not going nowhere, and he's the USFL punt return leader, and also currently a member of the Columbia Aviators with the UFL, a podcaster, individual trainer for the youth, most importantly, father and a husband. We want to welcome to the neighborhood one of the fastest guys on this side of the Mississippi, Rashard, Sweet Feet, Fast, Don't Lie, Davis. What's up, brother?
Hey man, hey, that was one of the ones right there. I don't know if I ever had an intro like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That
Hell
boy wrote the
Yeah,
carpet
man.
out,
Welcome to
man.
the
I
neighborhood,
appreciate y'all
brother.
boys.
Yeah.
Hey, I just appreciate y'all having me on, man, for real.
yeah, man. We appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, like you said, man. Shit, hey, you did a lot, man. Hey, you ain't done, man, but you did a lot, man. Hey, on and off the field, man. And still doing it, man. But yeah, we glad you can, stop in and rap with us for a minute, man. And what I'm saying, let us know where you been at, what you been doing, man, what you about to do, and all that, man. But yeah, man, like we always do most of the time, man. We check in with everybody, man. So, like how you feeling, man? Like how you mental, man? How's life, man?
I'm good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes we get in situations in life where we ain't where we wanted to be, but I feel like I'm in a place right now where like it's slow moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to fast pace on the go, like this happening, but it's slow right now, and I'm able to kind of sit down and like really, trying to figure out some stuff behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bring some stuff to the forefront that I've been kind of pushing off or holding off, while I was doing my, training football and stuff like that. So I've been good though, bro. Family been good, the kids good, man. So you know what I mean? Everybody healthy all around the fam as well. So, that's the biggest things in life, if I'm being honest.
Man, facts, man, for sure. Hey, so how you Hey, we know, like Bird said, man, you've been playing football, been your thing, man, for a long time, man. But when you was younger, man, when you fall in love with football, man, where you find that? Was you one of those? We were just talking about it, man. Was you one of those 3-4 years old guys, or did you catch on to it late, man? Or where you find the love for the game at, man? When did that start for you?
Man, my dad been playing since before I was even born, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody from the neighborhood know my dad, Russell Hunter Rock, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
Hey,
from the womb, I seen football. You feel me? Like I was always at the games. I was
Yeah.
always locked in. Can y'all hear this AC that just cut on?
Nah,
Nah, you
you
good.
good. You
You
straight.
Oh,
good.
I bet. Nah, I was always at the games, always locked in, and then just growing up, like my grandma house at the like at the end of the weekends, you know what I'm saying? It was always like a family reunion. So every weekend, bro, we got hundreds. I say hundred because I'm young. That's what it felt like to me. But it's like 100 of people. You know what I'm saying? Every weekend we playing sports. Like everything is competitive. You know what I'm saying? And football was always like the focal point. So being at the age I was either gonna dominate my little brothers and cousins, or I was gonna try to play up with my dad, uncles. You know what I'm saying? Older brothers and stuff. So of course I wanted to play up. And it's like, hey, if you gonna play up, you gotta hold your own. You feel me? So at a young age, you know what I'm saying, I was always trying to hold my own, but also starting to compete with the older guys on the football field. So man, it was really like I fell in love with the game. It was more of like football is like a way of life for my family almost. Like sports in general, but like I said, football is the focal point, man. So yeah, I was from a young age, you know what I'm saying? Probably started playing flag at like 5 and
Mm-hmm.
then been
Hmm.
going ever since.
Yeah,
You guys have an athletic gene, in your family, man. So I just wanted to ask you, like, from the outside looking in, like, are you guys real competitive with one another, like the cousins, and like, are you guys always like kind of like at each other's throats, like, is that level of competitiveness like entrenched in you guys, like when you guys are face to face with one another?
Yeah, bro. And that's in everything. You know what I'm saying? I was just speaking on football just because like that's what we were just talking about, but it could be video games, it could be bingo, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm being so serious. It goes all the way up to the grandmas, like they would sit in the house and play cards from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. You feel me? And
yeah.
they ain't playing. Like you try to sneak grandma some money, it's gonna be a problem, bro. So I feel like the competitiveness kind of trickled all the way down, and it was a bunch of boys, you know what I'm saying? But even the girls too, though, they was with it. But it was so many boys in the family, like it just was ramped up at all times, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, or a lot, I would say a lot of us, because it kind of trickled down. Like my dad and them had a lot. My older cousins was a big bunch, and we was a big bunch. So it was just like we all around each other 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be the best. We all good, so it's like, all right, who gonna be the one that's gonna come out on top though? Like who gonna really be able to, like, we really like no cap. Even when I was growing up, outside of my grandma and them, like just at home, my dad bought a WWE wrestling belt. So like we play NCAA. Like if you win, you getting the
Yeah,
belt. Like you holding the championship. Like
yeah.
so it trickles all the way through, bro. But that competitive piece is just like everything. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up.
That's solid, man. You got definitely in a competitive family and being able to also take that outside of the family and maintain it. And so, I look at, when you have kids and you see them, some kids able to take it to a whole nother level and some kids not. Like, how much did you feel like growing up in that was the game changer for you when you think about other players that maybe you played with who maybe didn't have support or just or just that type of energy, man? Because that's a different level of energy when you like waking up every day. Who gonna hold that belt?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the impact of that for you? Like you feel compared to other people?
I think it's everything, bro. Like, if you go back to and listen to what Kobe said about the way he trained, it was like he was gonna outwork the next person, and that's kind of what it was. Like I always tell people, or me and my dad and them or brothers always look back and talk like we was informally training all the time, and we didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? We were just having fun with it, being competitive. But you think about it,
Mm,
like if I'm going against somebody that only go to practice twice a week and then play on the weekends, that's only 3 times out of the week. I'm competitive every day with guys older than me. So then I come and see you my age, like you don't got a chance, bro. Like, how do you have a
mm,
chance if I'm trying to, compete? Like the only way I was gonna be able to play with my dad and them on a basketball court, football field, whatever, dodgeball, kickball, I had to kind of hold my own. Like I said, if I was gonna make a shot on the basketball court, I had to get my own rebound. If not, I
mm,
won't go get the ball passed to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's that part of it where it's like, I'm competing with guys older than me every day, and you only gonna compete with kids your age that might not be as talented,
Yeah.
couple days, a couple hours out the week,
Mhm.
ain't no way you should be able to compete with me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that was the part of it that kind of set us apart. And I think for the fact that, like Ray said earlier, I come from an athletic family, so like I ain't gonna lie, I seen my family do stuff. I've done stuff like in the backyard that people would probably be on TV for on some ESPN type stuff, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was our everyday stuff that what I'm saying that we was used to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
game
Hey,
kind of
changer.
different. Yeah,
yeah. Hey, so when you was younger, man, when you was coming up, like middle school, high school, when did you think to yourself like, man, like I'm like you already know you good when you 5, but as far as like college, maybe like the pros, when did you feel like, yo, I got a shot, like I might do something with this, like this might be more than just, what I'm saying, I'm pretty good, like I got a shot to go somewhere.
yeah,
Was it a time, like a certain time, like a game or a time you remember, like, yo, I'm not,
yeah.
I'm like that out here with this football.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I never really had a point like that.
Yeah,
It was always like from a young age. I always said I was gonna go to the NFL, and like that's what I wanted to do. I never really like looked at the bigger picture, like as far as how hard it actually was to make it to the
yeah,
NFL. You know what I'm saying? Or like what that actually meant. Like even at school, high school, college, like you would have people come talk to you because they what you want to do? I want to go play football pro. Like, well,
yeah,
like the odds of making it, I
yeah,
don't, but I don't care about none of that either.
yeah,
I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I said, from a young age, I kind of always been good in a sense. And that's just what it was in football. Like I've always been good. Like every level I went, I had to maybe, learn and kind of adapt to a level once I bumped up or something. But once I got my footing right, I was always good. Like I was always making plays, always, explosive. So for me, it was just like, on the flip side of that, my mom never kind of gave me an option, like to go to college. My mom or my dad, like they was always like, that's just what the next step
What
is.
you want to
So for
do?
me, it was like, all right, I'm going to college regardless. I'm playing football, you know what I'm saying? And then the scholarship and stuff started coming in. And it was like, all right, boom, we're going to college to play football. But I already kind of had that set in my head, not realizing, kind of how far fetched it is in some people's lives, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that was kind of my reality. I never made it a dream. So I guess
yeah.
I just,
Mm.
I just
This
kind of
is
played it out.
Hey, you
this
think you think that you talking about what they tell us in school? They'll tell us the statistics. Do y'all think, Rashard, you can do it say first, but do y'all think that they should do that? Like we should be like we can tell our kids like, yeah, like everybody, 3 and whatever, or the numbers to go to the NBA, or the numbers to go to play and run track, or whatever the numbers statistics say. Do you think that that's something that we should tell the kids or ours, or they should tell our kids or tell us back in the days, even though it's a reality? But when you're a kid and you got that mindset and you willing to work towards, is that something that information that you need at that age, because you didn't really let it bother you, but another kid could be like, well, damn, like maybe it ain't for me then, and
Right.
what I'm saying, just from that, because those are people that are supposed to have your best interest, and maybe they
Yeah.
just telling you like the facts, whatever what they've been told, man. Do y'all think that that's something that we really should do for like younger kids?
I think it kind of trickles down too. Like I think that's always been a thing, so that's what they knew. You know what I'm saying? Like spill the facts out, kind of put it out there. But I think at a certain time you can have a certain type of connotation when you bring out the facts. Like, hey, this the facts right here. So it's only 1% of 1% that actually makes it here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want this, then you got to do this, 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 and this. You know what I'm saying? Like you like I feel like you got to kind of bring it to them in a way like, all right, I'm telling you, this ain't easy, but if you want it, we can make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take some work. So I think it's a
Yeah,
way to go about it for sure.
facts.
Yeah, man. I be real, man. I think that also starts at home more than at school. I
Yeah,
think you know, sure you can have people believing in you outside of your home, and they can feed that dream. But if you go home and your people not feeding it, and they're not inspiring you, encouraging you, like
yeah,
Shaw said, if you not getting that sense of, all right, this is what I can do, this is what I can, this is my reality, like reality versus a dream. And that's a real statement, man. That joint kind of like hit me for a second, profound, because A lot of people looking at it as untouchable. You looking at like, nah, this is possible. I see it. I've seen it,
Mhm.
right? And not just that, you believe it. You know, you believe it's possible for you. And I think a lot of times, definitely, kids do doubt, have a lot of self doubt. Any young athlete, but it takes parents to cultivate, you know, cultivate that reality. Like, yo, this is possible for you if you put the
Yeah.
work in. And that's the big if, right? You got to put the work in, but you also have to have that mentality that I can make this happen for myself. So I think home is a big part of that. And then you got to then look at teachers and coaches. You know, ain't nothing worse than a coach who don't believe in you either. You know,
Yeah.
so
Facts.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, man. I feel the same way. A lot of times, when you look at a athlete or a kid, like you were saying, Lil, like it starts at home. It starts at home, man. That cultivation starts at home. And if you're being like affirmed or being confirmed by your parents that you can be great at anything, and you have that mindset before you even step outside of your door to go to school, to be met with those statistics that they may throw out to you, your mindset is going to be a little different than the person who doesn't have that kind of pushing and that kind of backing about what they're going to do with that information. And one kid might take that information and be like, all right, what do I need to do? I think Rashard said, like, what do I need to do to get here? Another kid might look at it as and be frightened by it because of their mentality or how they've been cultivated. So I think it's kind of a double-edged sword, kind of say, but I think that being real and being factual is important for all children, but it's all about where you're grounded at and how you take that information and use it to propel yourself if getting to the next level is what you want to do.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, facts. I mean, piggyback off that too, man. I'll say, because like we was talking about earlier, I train like the youth up to the NFL guys, and I've been training since 2017, since when I first went to the league. And that started for a long time, you know what I'm saying, in Virginia, in Charlottesville. And I'll say just off of like, I wouldn't say everybody in Virginia or in Charlottesville because that's not the case, but just the volume of people out here, like parents that kind of see, the pros is so tangible and it's in reach just because I guess it's a lot more pros around here that they see walking around. Like they invest so much more like time and money into their kids to make sure they're getting the extra training, you know what I'm saying? To make sure they're getting the extra whatever. So that way they look at the 1%, it's like, all right, it's gonna take some work to get here, but I'm gonna make sure you good. So, if that's what you want, I'm gonna make sure you feel me. We're gonna go get it. Like we're gonna take every advantage or every opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to go make it happen. So, and I think that comes with,
Yeah.
like you said, being at home and, the kind of mindset that the parents set, the tone that they set. So,
Let,
Yeah.
let me ask you this. And speaking on that part, right? Like, how much does obviously, man, the more work you put in, the better, right?
hmm
Um, because it's almost like now sports is like who has the most resources, then your kid or your athlete is going to perform the best. It's like
Yeah.
you don't, and I know I can't really speak because I'm not entrenched in it, but those that's natural born talented athletes, right? You can put them anywhere, and then they just like, wow, like this kid has it. Then you get them in the trainer, and then they just sharpen the tools. They get them right. But
hmm
like for you and kind of looking like training, kiddos, and then to young age to the pros, what do you see like to be that it factor? Is it the who puts in the hard work? Is it the talent mixed with the hard work? Like what do you normally find to be all right? That's it. That's the combination. That's the formula.
I think it's a talent mixed with the hard work for sure. It's like,
Yeah.
um, I kind of say, kind of going back to what we were speaking on earlier about the childhood, is like we were all talented. We weren't necessarily training, but we were
Yeah.
still working hard, you know what I'm saying, to compete against each
Mm-hmm.
other. Like we didn't see it as I'm working hard to kind of get better. We just seen it as I'm trying to beat the next person. So you could be super talented and not utilize your skills on a daily basis or even throughout the week, and you'll either lose those skills, they'll diminish, or you just gonna fall behind the pack because everybody out here working, everybody training. But I think the difference is at the same time, it's like nowadays we'll see an athlete that's like good, but he's only good at specific things because that's all he ever trained at. He's not really like an athlete. Like he's not like a I can go outside and just do whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what
Right.
we grew up as because that's what we were doing. We was
Yeah.
outside doing whatever because we ain't had iPads and you know what I'm saying. I couldn't go watch
It's a
a whole
fact.
series on the TV. I had to catch it when that
Yeah.
Oh,
joint
I
was
know.
on.
Yeah.
You feel me? But so now it's like I train some kids or guys and it's like they'll be super nice on the field. But then we're like, all right, boom. Matter of fact, I'll train receivers that's nice at receiver and can't throw a football. I'm like, fam, how
Mm.
you can't throw a football? You an NFL player, like,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
you only as good as you take yourself. You only can do as much as you're exposed to. So that's like how we grew up. I tell people, man, I mountain bike competitively, like coming up. Like, and I only lost one race, and that was the first time I ever mountain bike. You feel me? So it's just like that's the same kind of atmosphere and like
Nah,
environment
man.
I try to make with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like we do so much stuff in the backyard, playing Madden with my son, playing basketball with them, you know what I'm saying? We racing, doing whatever. Like, first
Yeah.
off, you ain't winning unless
Yeah.
you beat me somehow.
Yeah.
Secondly, like if it's hard, we're gonna figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just kind of take that mindset into everything. And it goes as small as like, you know, sometimes something might be heavy. I might have a heavy bag. I don't got no problem carrying it, but I'll just be like, Juju, come grab this bag and take it in the house.
Yeah.
Ah, it's super heavy. Figure it out, bro. You be all right.
Yeah.
Like those little chips right there, it's like, dang, it was a challenge, but I had to figure it out. They small, but they just, you know, gradually grow over time. You just take the mindset as if not, I can't do it, but it might take me a time, you know, a little second to do it. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know where we came from, how I got here, but
But not solid though, because
Yeah.
what I'm hearing too though is that competitiveness is like who wanted the most, like who
yeah.
wanted more,
Yeah.
and you got to teach it from a young age. If you want to help. Like let me see
Mm-hmm.
what you do. Go ahead and make
Right.
it happen. Like there's no excuses when you trying to go after the thing that you feel is for you. It really isn't. If you gotta miss sleep a couple days, I mean, not to be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, but at the same time, it may come to that. Sometime it may have to
Yeah.
come to you missing out and sacrificing to get to that level. So
Yeah. How
I
bad
feel
you
that.
want it, man? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Nah, for
facts.
sure.
Mhm. No,
I ain't gonna
definitely.
lie, bro. Like that's another thing, cause you just sparked my mind when you said sleep. That's another thing, bro. When I got out here, I realized parents out here they really like utilize the importance like of sleep. Like they literally
Mm-hmm.
make their kids intentionally sleep so they can kind of grow as much as they can. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll train some kids, they be like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'll be like, "What you been on today, bro?" My dad told me to sleep all day just so I can grow. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy though, bro. Like and you know when you
Mm-hmm.
think about it, like obviously they own to something, but you just don't think of that in a certain sense of like you know what I'm saying? We breaking it all the way down to we're gonna make sure you get extra hours of sleep in just to make sure your body doing what it need to do so we can have an advantage, you know what I'm saying, on the
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
wild, right?
the
there,
cheat
though.
codes, the cheat
That's
codes.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of crazy, man. But that's like another thing that I don't know. We talked about it before. It ain't really far as like that, but it's about like parents, man. Like how they can, they can make it like sometimes. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm fighting with like right now is I don't want to have wanted more than my kids wanted. So
Mhm.
especially if you was an athlete before, like I played ball, I played a little football, but I was a basketball player. So that's like I told you. They're gonna come bring me the ball that you want to play with. So if you want to
Right.
do football, when you come bring it to me, then I'll go find if we need a trainer, right? Because I feel like the trainers are necessary, but I want you to if you ain't playing outside, you don't need a trainer. If you ain't going
Right.
in the gym shooting, if you ain't going in the backyard playing football, then you don't need a trainer. You
Right.
don't need that. But if I see you got that in you, then we'll go make those moves. But like
Mhm.
parents, that's like the biggest thing, man, because like when we was younger, our parents only knew what they knew. Just take us to
Right.
practice. That's all they knew. Go outside and throw the ball or go outside and dribble. It wasn't none of
Mhm.
that other stuff. So when you get all that information that they got now, man, that's I never even heard. And that's common sense to me. Like if you're a younger kid, you need to get as much rest as possible. But Parents,
You
man. I
just
don't know
don't
if you
think
probably,
about it in that sense
yeah,
though. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But do you see parents that's like a little bit OD with that? Like, oh, like, hey,
Oh
like
yeah.
your kid ain't really ready for this. Like, I'm gonna train them because you compensate me to train them, but
Hmm.
might want to take them. You might want to slow it down on level one a little bit, or level, But some parents like, hey, maybe I didn't make it, or I want them to make it so bad that I'm gonna pay this money, but maybe they
Hmm.
ain't ready for that yet.
No, I'll say I see parents that do too much as far as they burn their kids out in too much stuff. Like,
Yeah,
but I'll say like me personally, and I can't speak on nobody else because I ain't gonna lie, I see a lot of bad training out here, boy, and not even just out here,
yeah,
just around the
In general.
social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't speak on nobody else because I don't knock nobody hustle. But it kind of irked me a little bit when it's like, bro, you at the end of the day, like you trying to make sure the kid get where they need to go. You
yeah,
teaching them bad habits, bro. That's bad juju, bro. But
yeah,
Because that
Mm-hmm.
translates, that bad habits translate, right?
yeah.
yeah,
So if you're doing a bad habit doing on field work, that translates to doing bad habits in life. You're gonna cut corners and something in life because okay, I know I can do this on the field. I can cut this corner on the field. All
Hmm.
right, when I get in this situation in life, I might want to take the easy way out. So all of that stuff translates, man.
Nah, that's 100% sure. And you see it so much, man. It's like, dang, like, 'cause it ain't doing nothing but hindering the kids at the end of the day. But nah, going back though, I definitely think some parents do too much as far as like they have their kids training like day in, day in, day out, no recovery. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They not making sure the nutrition is matching the training to make sure the body ain't breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And you see some kids, it's like, bro, this ain't for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, when I do train, just because I see so many different levels, like age range and just levels in general, I do try to tailor the training to each person, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like when I have a group, it's a little harder because you got so many different people, but I still kind of slow some things down for certain people, especially if they don't get it. Like we don't get something, we're not finna just go through the program. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna scale it back a second, make sure we hit this part because ain't no need to go into the next step if we can't get this down. So I say as far as that part, when it comes to me, like I try to tailor the training to each kid, but yeah, you do get some parents, man, that they ain't make it, and they got little Timmy over here
yeah, man.
doing
Yeah,
bag drills, and he ain't got no business on the field, man.
yeah. That's my biggest fear, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that parent, man. I never want to be that guy, man.
Nah,
But if they
fact.
got it, if they got a little something, then hey, we're gonna try to get it out of them, man. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
going back to what you said earlier too, though. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think another piece of the puzzle is like kids don't go outside and just play catch no more, though.
Yeah,
Like I feel like that part of it too, like, cause it's two sides to it. Obviously, it's a lot more training, but then it gets to the point where kids don't do nothing unless they getting trained. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah,
you can't, you know what I mean, go downhill just because you don't got a trainer to work with. Go outside, play catch, bro. That's all we did. That's how we got better. That's how my arm got, you know what I mean, good. I threw it over trees. Like, that's all we was doing outside every day. We bored. You
yeah,
trying to go throw the ball, bro. I bet you can't throw it higher than me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Going back to the
yeah.
competitive
Yeah.
Hey,
piece, I guess.
hey, where you get that? I like that joint, man. Where's that? 1,000 hours, man. Where you come up with that? Where that come from, man? How you come up with that? What's the mean? I know what it sounds like to me, but
Yeah.
what's that mean to you, man?
Man, so I say always from youth. I've always kind of had a journey as far as not even just football, but you know, everybody got a journey with life anyway. But I feel like I definitely
Yeah,
had a crazier journey than some when it came to football and just like up and down. But I never kind of wavered though. Like, you know, I literally had one of those movie scenes play out where I got picked up by the Eagles when I was waiting tables. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that you don't kind of really see in the day to day on the real life. But so one day I was back home. I think it was when I tore my Achilles the first time, the left side. I was leaving a training session, and I kept trying to think of like a name that kind of embraced my journey, embraced like just everything. And I came up with a couple names, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember. I forgot what I came up with at first, but I sent it to my dog. I'm like, yeah, this the one. he said something. He ain't try to crush my feelings, but he said something like, he said, dang, you sure? What he said? He said something like, you sure that's the one, or like, give me two more names or something like. I'm like, hold on, this ain't it, or something like, this
Yeah,
ain't the one. So I kept thinking about it. Then I'm driving, and that joint just hit me. It was just like 1,000 hours, and I'm like, the joint kind of flowed, but I'm like, what is it? So then I kind of replaced the one, or I was saying 10,000 hours, something like that, and I replaced the one or the number with the A. So the A
yeah,
basically is like, the time you put in. It's not really like a set number for it. Like when you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to get to a certain destination in your head. Like I was trying to get to the NFL. Like there's no telling how much time you got to put into your craft or to whatever you're trying to work on until you get there or until the door open. Like it was so many times in my journey where you know somebody either said no, they released me, they cut me, like the door closed, and instead of me kind
mhm,
of quitting, going the other way, like me and my dog always talk about that's the crossroads, you know what I'm saying, in life. So instead of me quitting going the other way, like I stay optimistic. Got up 6 a.m., trained myself. Then I got a little waiting job, waiting tables. And then you on your feet 8 hours, your joints hurting. But I still, you feel me, after the shift, I would
yeah,
go work out on the field in the gym and then just stand adamant leading up to the season, my rookie year when I went on the team, like staying adamant, got that call and I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Just because I kept working, even though when no phone was called, I was still working, putting that time in. And when the door opened, I was ready to go. So 1,000 hours just mean like no matter how much time it takes to put in, like put it in. Because when that opportunity presents itself, you're gonna be ready to go. But you don't know how much time it's gonna take. Like.
yeah. Yeah, who called you? Who you get the call from? You get my guy Howie called you, man. Who called you, man?
Nah, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's an agent that was trying to sign me at first that I ain't signed with.
Yeah,
He texted me. He was like, "Hey, I just gave your number to Philly." I'm like, "What?"
uh-huh.
And then I seen I had a missed phone call. I called it back. It was like one of the head scouts. And he was like,
Okay,
"Yeah,
all right.
bro." He was like, we wanted to call see if you was healthy, see, what you looking like. I'm good, but I had a couple of those calls before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like two, the Cardinals and
Yeah,
somebody else. So I ain't really think none of it. Then they hung up. Then he called me back like 10 minutes later. Now, I ain't never had nobody call me back again. I'm like, all right, hold on, hello. He like, hey, I'm just he like, how far are you from Philly? Talking. Then he like, all right, just stay by the phone. Call back again. He like, hey, we're gonna fly out tomorrow or workout. Da da da. So I'm like, all right, bet. I
mhm.
had like one more table. I forgot what my bro name was. Now it's been some years, but he was like, "Don't worry about it, I got you, bro." When it shut the table down, closed the tab, he said, "Hey, bro, I told him they had to go, bro. You had somewhere to be in the morning."
For sure.
But
That's what's up.
yeah,
Uh,
man, it's just staying with it, man. Stand. If you really want it, you gotta go get it and put that time in, even when it don't look like, what I mean, it's gonna come your way, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
absolutely,
Yeah, you gotta
absolutely.
make that movie, man. You gotta shoot that documentary, man. If you ain't did
Yeah,
it yet, you gotta shoot that, man. That's
yeah.
you said it, but that's for sure, man. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never see. That's a hell of a story, man. And shit is still, it's still being written. But that part right there, when you basically, you just you doing a regular 9 to 5, man, and then
Hmm.
in an hour, man, you on your way to the NFL, football team, man, and then turn around. Was that the same year you got there? That's the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yep, same
Mhm.
year.
Hmm.
Man, yeah, man, you got to shoot that, man. Yeah,
And
you.
the year
Yeah,
before that, we won a national championship at my JMU.
and JMU. Yeah,
Right.
Yep,
two rings back to back.
Yeah,
yep.
you
Man,
tripping, man. You gotta get
yeah,
that on Netflix, man. Somebody gonna pick
yeah,
it up, man. You gotta get that on something, man.
Nah,
yeah.
it's crazy, man. Hey, and speaking about reality, it's crazy too. Like I just thought about this because I ain't never think about this in the past. I remember, bro, when I was at that job, I would be talking about it like every other day. Cause I forgot how it came up. They was like, "What you do?" I was like, "I play football." They was like, "What you mean, like college or something?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm coming out." I was like, "I'm about to go to NFL though." And the people be hearing you, but like they was like, "Yeah, yeah, no, that's so cool, da da da." But then when I got
Yeah,
that call and I really went and signed, it was like, "Yo, we seen you." Like when I came back, it was like, "Yo, we seen you on the screen. Like we seen you on the TV. That's fire. Like you told us every day you was finna go." And then
Yeah,
like, you know what I
definitely.
mean? That was prior to the calls. Like I wouldn't even, get no calls, no hope for real. I was just straight optimism. Like
Yeah.
when it comes, it's over with,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. We
Mm-hmm.
we had, we had our last guest was Josh Epps, man. He does a lot of stuff for the UVA football team. And he has this thing like keep going. He's always saying like keep going, keep going. And we asked him what did that mean? And he said essentially it just means like when your life is storms and stuff are happening in your life, like that's the time to like turn it up a notch, to push through, to be able to like make a change for yourself or prevail in the midst of that storm. And like a lot of, what I've seen and know I've personally known that what you've gone through, like that's what I've seen. Like no matter what, bro, like you're always you keep going, you keep going. Like what what triggers you to have that mentality?
I think that for the simple fact that like I just been doubted for so long since a young, you know what I mean? Since a young dude, I've been doubted. Like I said, I was always playing with the older boys. You feel me? So it's like I go to neighborhoods with my older cousin, and it's like boys his age. My cuz like, nah, I'm gonna pick up little cuz. Like, don't nobody want to pick me up. I'm gonna pick up little cuz, cause cuz already know, from grandma house. So
Yeah.
get the ball first play, I'm taking it to the crib. Then they like, oh, they like, you know what I'm saying? So I think um I think having that piece of adversity kind of my whole life almost. Like that's all I've known, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I know who I am. You want to doubt me? Cool. I'll just show you again. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even a piece for like me to go show them or boast to them. It's just like it's another day for me. Like I know can't nobody out here really guard me. Can't nobody out here really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and it'll be like that, bro. Like that first year of the Eagles, I probably got released probably 3, 4 times throughout the season and brought back. And like practice squad is a little different because if they need bodies, like if somebody go down on the active, they got to bring in extra bodies. You know what I'm saying? Work guys out, have some extra stock in case somebody else go down. So it came to that a lot of times. But bro, it'll be days where I get released after practice. Mind you, at practice, I didn't probably have about 4 or 5 touchdowns on the starting defense, like 200 yards. Like they like, man, like we see you out there. Like it's just a numbers game. And it's like for me, I was like, dang, like you feel me? It's other guys on the team too that I ain't putting up nowhere near as much noise as I am. You know what I'm saying? But they still letting them rock. But it was just like, all right, like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you bring me back, I'm gonna do the same thing the first day I get out there. Like
Yeah.
so, it's just one of them things where I was like always in that predicament. So I just became comfortable in it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bane said you got comfortable in the dark. I was born in it. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah.
Man. But that underdog mentality seemed like it carried you through. Like it almost kind of put that chip on your shoulder, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna show you every time I come out here, I'm gonna show you what time
Hmm.
it is. It seemed like that really carried you through. I mean, do you feel like that's advice that you would give any youngster, anyone that's self-doubting themselves or in a space where they're not getting they man off? Like, what would you say to that advice for people, kids, especially kids, man, that self-doubting, not able to see their possibilities, not getting the looks, because you putting up the numbers, but you're not getting the looks.
Hmm.
Like what advice would you give to youngsters?
Man, it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? What they think, what they saying, like, cause at the end of the day, you just so locked into who you are. Like,
Mm,
you just gotta understand that, boom, that door is closed. God got another door about to open up for you that's even better, even though you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta trust that you really who you are for real at the end of the day, like, and just trust that the plan gonna really shake out. And that's just that's the advice I get to all my guys, bro. Like, I know you ain't got the offers right now, but guess what? I ain't get no offers until my senior year, like winter break. That's don't nobody hear that, you know what I'm saying? I had like 10
Yeah.
offers, full
Yeah.
ride, you
Yeah.
feel me? I tell them boys it
mm,
ain't over yet, bro. Like, you think it's over, so what? Like, you gonna quit or you gonna keep going? You know what I'm saying? Like, we go back to that piece, keep going. Like, you gonna quit
mhm,
because you ain't got what you want, or you gonna go get what you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's gonna be the difference maker. That's the boys that go make the team, The ones that don't, that's the boys that keep going. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't, like I didn't. It's been a lot of boys I came into the league time with, and you know what I'm saying. They might have got an opportunity early on, and it was what it was, but they still ain't last throughout the league as long as I did. You know what I'm saying? Scraping for mine, like going to get. You'll see a man. And when I got to the NFL, you see so many politics up there. It's crazy, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
boys,
Yeah, I'm
certain
sure.
boys ain't got no business being in the building, but they got people they know. They got family ties. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to go into it. Agent school, like a lot to go into it. But I just,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just, I never really took it like it was like I wasn't good enough, like, cause you know what I'm saying? I already knew what it was that I've
Every
been
time, bro.
facing, and I did it
Yeah,
every
Mm-hmm.
time. Like,
yeah. Was you actually you did you go and get to go to the Super Bowl when they won?
oh yeah, right there.
You did?
Shoot, I
Yeah,
was
you. I think you
locked
were.
in.
Yeah, you was with not Chris Long. Was it Chris Long?
Yeah, it was C-Long. Me and C-Long on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sideline.
C Long. Yeah, I seen
hmm
y'all. Yeah, I remember
Okay.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I got a whole video, bro. I never dropped, like, cause I had went and got a GoPro.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, soon as we got some All of America, I went and got a GoPro out of Best Buy. As soon as I bought it, bro, everybody like, damn, where you get that from? I had the little selfie stick. I'm talking about probably half of the team went and bought joint. I mean, Best Buy should have gave me a little percentage after that.
Yeah.
But I recorded the whole thing. Like we had the Migos come perform, Gucci Man was out there with them boys. Um, then I had the GoPro on the sideline when the game was about to end. I got like that boy Brandon Graham when he strip sacked Brady. I got all that on camera, bro. I wasn't even supposed to have the camera on the sideline. I had that joint.
Right.
And the media
You
pass.
feel me? I had that joint posted. Nah, that Super Bowl was fire though, bro.
Yeah, man.
That joint was crazy.
Yeah, I always remember that joint, man. I mean, of course, I'm an Eagle fan, but I remember that joint because I remember the video. I think that's the same. Yeah, it's the one when Kobe. Remember the video? You seen the video where Kobe was watching it and he
Yeah,
had
yep.
Kobe's baby. So I always remember that joint. I always think
hmm
about that, like, you know what I'm saying, for fans to be going crazy, but
Yeah,
to be out there and from you having the probably a year before that, you waiting tables and now you in the Super
hmm
Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't even imagine how that is, man. But
shoot. We was in Cali earlier that year. We played the Rams. We was out there for a week. Kobe came and talked to the team. Like he came and gave us a little speech after the fact. We was, you know what I mean, chopping it up with him, took some pictures and
yeah,
stuff. I still got the
yeah, I
picture
remember that.
somewhere, but
I think I remember seeing that somewhere that he was out there because that's when the court when what's his name? I don't only say his name no more. That's when he got
yep,
hurt, right? The quarterback got
yep,
hurt.
yep. That
Yeah,
boy Carson, man.
yeah, he went down out that joint, man. He was balling though. He was balling.
He
I
was
ain't a
on his
fan.
MVP
He ain't my
run.
guy. He ain't my guy no more. But he was balling back then. He was balling back then.
He was definitely on his
Mm-hmm.
MVP run that year for sure. That was his time, man.
He was getting busy.
No, for sure.
Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, I mean, hey, we y'all boys can roll if y'all want, man. Me and Rashard, we can just keep on rapping, man. Nah, man, but yeah, man. Like I said, man, that's one of the lifetime experience, man. Like I said, you gotta get that documentary rolling, man. It ain't too late, so we'll still tap in with it. We'll still check it out, man.
Nah,
But
for sure.
that's a story, man, for sure, man. And what you got going on right now, man? Like I know you training. You still Raymond said you on the squad, so you still rolling. You still out there giving that workout.
Yeah, nah, I'm out here in Tampa right now, just for rehabbing and you know what I mean, getting back right. As soon as I tore that joint, I'm like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm back to the crib. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna stay out here trying to take care of myself where I can't walk. No, sir. I'm
yeah.
first
Mm-hmm.
plane out of here. I'm gone.
Where was
But
you at? Where was you at?
we was out in Dallas.
Okay, all right, man.
But
Yeah, you
well,
gotta get out of
Arlington,
Dallas,
yeah.
man. You don't want bad luck out there, man. None of
Yeah.
though. Ain't nothing going on good in Dallas, man.
Hey man, definitely not, man. Shit. Ain't
He
no
He a
said it's
lie.
time to
cowboy. He
go.
a cowboy
Raggedy.
fan. That's why I said he a
Oh
cowboy fan.
yeah. Ah
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Nah, it's
That
it's
boy
it's,
like,
it's been a terrible couple decades, man. I don't know, bro. Shit ain't looking too hot.
Hey
Yeah.
man, $1,000, man. Them boys,
You
them
right.
boys gonna
You
pull
right.
it through, cuz.
You right. You right.
Million.
I don't know. We probably looking at about 20 hours
100,000
at this
hours.
point.
Oh, weak. Nah, bro, but shoot, I'm out here training. Um, my boy Nelson Aguilar, they used to play for the Eagles too. He got a training facility out here.
Ah, ah, yeah. He can't catch, man. He couldn't catch when he was out there.
Hey,
Yeah. Talking about
hey
super
man,
sucker. He wasn't
hey
catching that
man.
joint for us, man.
Them boys is on my
No,
dog
he
Nelly
nice though.
head,
He
man.
really nice.
Nah, he nice for
Yeah, he
sure.
really
He
nice
got
though. He really can get to it, man. For real. But
nah, he had his little
yeah, I don't know
slump, but
what happened.
he started he just locked in crazy. Like I wasn't there the year he was going through that slump, but the year I got there, like it was the
Yeah,
next year. He was locking in crazy. He was cause I would go out there
yeah,
and work, get some catches in with him like 5 a.m. before the day even start.
yeah,
He had like a little routine. But he opened up a facility out here. So I've been doing skills training out there before I had left. I've been doing my own training, and then like in the background, I do a lot of stuff. Well, I've been doing it for myself since I've been in the NFL, just advocating as far as like brand exposure, brand collaborations and awareness and stuff like that. And then like more recently, I've been starting to branch it out to other athletes and stuff like throughout the family or guys that what I mean I'd have tapped in with trainer wise or just close relatives. So really just tapping into a lot of brands and kind of pushing some of the NIL space. True. Another
yeah,
thing, even with the transfer portal and stuff like that,
yeah,
helping some of the guys out in the background, you know what I'm saying, helping guys get connected. That was in the portal, tapping in with different schools and coaches, you know what I mean, different stuff like that. Just using my network, you feel me, just being an asset for some of these guys out here, like
yeah, for sure.
um, I ain't gonna lie, like it's a lot of stuff I do in the background that I don't really, you feel me, post or even document for real.
Yeah,
Just being kind of, all around mentor for some of these guys and using my experiences and things that I kind of prevailed through or navigated through and, helping them
yeah.
along the way.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be
Hmm.
about, man. That's what it's about, man. We ain't supposed to gatekeep. We ain't supposed to, withhold, man. We supposed to get a game out, man. So,
Facts.
you know, what I'm saying that it's gonna come back to us anyway. And if it don't, man,
Hmm.
then hey, that's just what it is. But yeah, you always supposed to, try to help the next generation, man. Especially if you can tell them something that they can avoid, something that you already
Hmm.
seen because you've been there, you did it all,
Hmm.
man. You've been from the
Facts.
highest top of the top to the bottom, back to the top, man. So that's what you're here for, man. You know what I mean? That's what we all
Hmm.
supposed to be doing, man. Whatever our respective fields are, whether it's sports or just life lessons, man. That's what we're supposed to do, man.
Hmm. That's a
Yeah.
hundred.
Yeah,
What
I gotta give you some. I
keeps you
gotta get your
motivated
address, man.
at
You gotta
this
shoot me your
stage in the
address, man. I'm
journey?
gonna send you.
Speaking on
I got a juice
speaking on
business
time.
I got, man. I'm gonna send you something. Send something out there to you, man.
Nah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Send me your
now I
joint and
say what
DM
keep
me.
me motivated.
There you
Just
go.
understanding. You feel me? Like it's just more in the tank. Like more to go
Yeah,
get. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even with this
Mm-hmm.
brand side of things, that's kind of like a new lane that I'm kind of exploring as I'm saying, branching out and kind of tapping in it with other athletes, and then pushing out that way. That's another lane I'm exploring. So it's just trying to figure out, how to maximize that, how to be the best at that. But
Yeah.
then just, being that role model for my kids as well, showing them, you feel me, you can go do
yeah,
whatever you want. Like, as long as you really
yeah,
want to
Yeah.
do it and you're gonna put the time in to do it, like go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna
Yeah.
do it, then do it. Like
yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
They
that's
got
that's
the
really what it is.
they got the
Yeah.
best. Hey, they got the best example, man. Because like I said, they ain't got no. Like I said, they just got no excuses, man. Because all we all got our kids as our role. Hopefully, we are our kids' role models. But for yours,
Hmm.
man, sports or life, man, it ain't nothing that you can't tell them, man. Because you've been the guy. You got knocked down a couple times. You can tell them about, hey, we don't quit. You know what I'm saying? We keep it pushing. We put our work in. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like any aspect of competition or sports or anything that they want to do, man. You definitely can show them the way, man. They can, by your actions or just, what I'm saying, your example, man, with stuff that you've been through, man. So salute to you on that, man. That's the number one thing, man. It's just for being good, being a good parent to our kid, man. Role
Mm-hmm.
models, man. That's what. Yeah, we can't. It ain't no better job than that, man. So we
Nah, for
definitely
sure.
doing that too, man. Yeah,
Definitely just,
man.
want the best for them. Like,
Yeah.
sure, last weekend we had no, not last weekend, 2 weekends ago we had a tough game football. It was our only loss, but it was one of the, harder teams in the league. And
Mm-hmm.
we had drove the ball all the way down the field, and my son had dropped back. It was like right at the goal line. If he would threw it right down the middle like I told him, we would have scored. But he threw it to the right,
Yeah.
threw a pick. He
Yeah.
threw a pick, and he got a little teary eyes. Like I'm like, hey, bro, look, bro, like you all right, bro. Like you feel me? We're gonna get that back the next play. Like and then secondly, this is a game, bro. Like what you crying
Yeah.
for? But it went back to the
Yeah.
mentality like his baseball team. It was some of the older boys on there. They would get out or something and they would come back crying, like running back to the dugout crying. So he's seen that over and over. And I'm like, hold on, we ain't finna bring that up. We ain't starting that, bro. Like, you feel me? We gonna cut that short right now. Ain't no point. First off, we're gonna get it back the next play. Secondly,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's a game. It's one play. Like, you feel me? We
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna hey, life ain't
No.
over, bro. We good. So,
Mm-hmm.
just trying to, I kinda I wouldn't say like navigated life completely because my parents was like great as far as like making sure we was good, making sure we saw what I mean, just great family environments, great vibes. But I kind of navigated like high school, college, pros, like a little naively, you know what I'm saying, just not really knowing like the full capacity of like where I was at that stage, but having that knowledge and experience, like I'm just trying to make sure you feel me, they gonna be overly, what I'm saying, advanced when it comes to the steps in their life and then the age. But obviously, they gotta go through their own stuff. But just trying to make sure they're gonna be prepared going into those things and just understanding, the magnitude of those skills. So heck
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. For sure, man.
It's funny you said that recently to your kid. I had the same convo with my 13-year-old. He had a track meet on Saturday, no, actually Sunday, and oh man, he got cooked, man. Get that fork out, man. He got cooked good, and man, I ain't see him right. He missing in action, so he do that. Like he get cooked, man. He hiding somewhere. Our track meet, you gonna lose him for about a good,
Facts.
10 minutes, right? So I go to him like, hey, what happened? And like you said, eyes tearing
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm like, bro, like let's get some perspective real quick. Is this life or death? No. All right. Is this changing anything at the end of the day? Does what I mean? Like let's bring some perspective
Right.
to the situation so we can know we got to make what adjustments we need to make next time.
Mm-hmm.
And nah, man, like kids, man, to you and that other point, man, is like I feel like kids today, life is a little easier for them, so they don't know what it's like to struggle. They don't know what it's like to experience a disappointment. And
Mm-hmm.
when they get that disappointment, it's like, oh man, I don't
Catastrophic.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic. I don't know what to do
Yeah.
with
Yeah, they
this.
don't know how
Yeah.
to handle it. Yeah,
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 man, I
yeah.
see it all. Damn, I'm like, man, I got to tighten up my pay. I mean, I got to make it harder. I mean, I feel like I got to make it harder
Yeah.
and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's like he's at that age now. He's trying to find it. He want it, like you said, he wants it. He wants it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things that just haven't caught up to what he wants and what he's producing.
Yeah.
But that mindset becomes everything, and how he handles of disappointments is going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
but yeah, it's been a life lesson so far in that area for him.
Yeah. But
It's
that's
that
good though.
bounce back. That bounce
Yeah, I
back
feel
Yeah.
like that's
everything.
good. I feel like that's good though, man, because like almost like he's saying like we ain't doing no crying. I be doing the same thing, but in my mind, I'm telling him not to cry, but I'm like, yeah, I like to see a little bit of tears, man, because that means like this means something to
It
You
you.
you in
affects
it,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, for sure.
yeah,
It means something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you got cooked
yeah.
and you running around laughing, shit, I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
hot. Like they're gonna be looking for you somewhere because I'm gonna be
Right.
somewhere, what I'm saying, putting my hands on you or something, man. So
You
No,
damn
fact.
right.
that's like,
Yeah.
so that's good, man. That when they, what I'm saying, it's competition, man, and they it means something. They wanted that bad. It's like, damn,
Right.
like this brought me to tears, man. And then once you give them that perspective, then they're gonna calm down. They're gonna figure it out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we want that. You want that. You want to be hungry,
Yeah,
man. I want you to want it. I want it to hurt a little bit, man. So
right.
when you get older and your skills catch up with your athletic ability and all that, then you when you do take a L, you know like you don't like that feeling. So then you
Right.
want to put in that work to make sure like as much as I can, I want to feel this feeling as little as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I'm out here on whatever field I'm on, competing at whatever I'm competing at. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like to see a couple. I like to see a couple tears every now and then,
Yeah,
man.
nah,
Yeah,
cause
man.
it's like I ain't tell you you can't cry when obviously it's necessary. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I ain't saying
yeah,
don't
yeah,
do that, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, this not
yeah,
necessary of your
yeah,
tears. Like
yeah,
this not
yeah,
even that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but at the
yeah.
same time, I try to, I try to prepare him for situations like that, and I've been doing that since he was young, just unintentionally, but like, well, unintentional to him. I was doing it intentionally, cause like, you know, cook him in Madden or basketball. I didn't, man, I'm talking all type of trash to him, but I'm like, he hot too. He mad. He storming out. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, good. I'm like, this is exactly what them boys gonna do when you missing the shot like
Mm-hmm.
this. When you ain't handling a rock or you dropping the pass, is exactly what them boys gonna do. So you get used to it now, or you feel me, like get better. Like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
These kids don't care, man. They're gonna let you have it on that football field. I mean,
bro,
place at this point, they're gonna point out those imperfections.
And we
man,
got it
listen,
worse.
I ain't gonna
They got
lie.
it worse. They got
They
it
got it
I
worse
ain't gonna
now.
worse.
lie,
Yeah.
bro.
They got
I
it
ain't
worse
gonna
now.
lie.
They got
I
it
don't
worse
know
now.
if it's a Florida thing, bro, but since I've been out here, these kids, like, cause obviously it's like that in Virginia too. Like, don't get me wrong, we definitely grew up
Right.
like that. But out here,
Yeah.
these kids could be losing, like getting cooked, and they still talking trash. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
how do you have any room to talk? Like, how do you feel
Mm-hmm.
confident enough to you really talking, like barking, and you getting cooked every play?
I
Right.
guess it makes
Right.
it
Right.
easier. I mean, a little easier, man.
You
I guess it
feel
Mm-hmm.
makes
me?
it a little easier.
The kids be
Yeah,
funny,
Yeah.
man.
yeah. That social media they got now don't make it no easier, man. So now you
Nah.
get cooked, you might see yourself
Yes,
forever
sir.
on a
Yeah,
reel or on a highlight. So we ain't have that. We got the daily progress, couple newspaper
facts.
clippings, maybe to get on the news and see your highlights, but you ain't gonna see yourself getting cooked and a
Nah.
Yep.
million and see how many
Mm-hmm.
people liked it or see how many views that you got.
Yep.
People
And
watching.
if you ain't up at 11:30, C29, you're like
That's
you
it.
gonna miss it.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
can't even record
Mm-hmm.
it. You can't even record that joint back then. Either.
It's
You
gone.
took
It's
me
in the
back.
wind.
Yeah, it took me back to the 29 highlights, man.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Stay up all
And
night.
it'd be horrible highlights too, right? It'd be like less than 10 seconds. Like, dang, yeah.
Yep, you got to
Gone.
catch. You got to pay
You
attention.
gotta catch it.
Yeah,
Gone.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Rashard, man, we appreciate it, bro. We appreciate you,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying, sliding through on us, man, and you know what I'm saying, telling us what you've been doing, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying. I appreciate all your efforts, man. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, bro. Like I said, man, we appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, shout out to you, everything you doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I said, man, world class around here, man. Your name's still ringing bells, man. I ain't even like I said, I knew, but I didn't know. But I had when I went and when I asked about it, and like I said, I know your dad and shit. I know all those guys, man. Your uncles and all them, man. Looks like Bird and everybody too, man. So I knew y'all guys is y'all athletes, man. So you know what I'm saying. I can see where it came from, man. But like I said, man, we appreciate you, bro. Hopefully we can tap back in with you, man. Next
Yeah.
football season or whenever you get back on the field, man. Come holler at us, man, and then we can rap, man. But like we always do when we in these joints, man, we let Lionel take the wheel, man, and he take us home, man. So Lionel, do your thing, man.
Yes, sir, man. Rashad, again, appreciate it. Thanks for pulling up. And this has been a great conversation. And like John said, at the end of each podcast, we allow our guests to have the last word. And if you have a gem, a key for the day, anything you can give the listeners, what you got?
Yeah, man. I'll just I'll end it, with the 1,000 hour slogan. I feel like that's fitting. I feel like it kind of embraces the talk we had, and you know what I mean. This is what I want to lead the guys with. So my joint for 1,000 hours is the destination is nothing without the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got to the
Yeah.
top, won the Super Bowl, it was like, dang, like you know what I'm saying. This is what you dream about from you day one. and it's like, all right, what's next? You feel me? But it's the journey that you remember, all those days, those hard grinds with your guys, you know what I'm saying? Those memories that you really gonna talk about 30 years from now at the cookout. So, always remember, destination is nothing without the journey. When it gets hard in that middle, you feel me? That's the time to, like you said, prevail and keep going and make it to the top.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Sir.
Appreciate that, brother.
get that, bro. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check Rashard out, man. Keep he ain't done story ain't over, man. Documentary coming soon, man. Story still being written. But yeah, man, y'all check him out, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. What's your 1,000 hours? That's your IG?
Yeah, I got at 1,000 hours, and then I got at sweetfeet6_. That's my personal.
Yes. Yeah. We'll tag him. We'll tag him and everything, man. But yeah, bro. Best of luck to you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Get healthy, man. Get back on the field, man. And we'll tap in with you down the road, man.
Appreciate
Nah,
you,
for
bro.
sure.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate y'all, man. Hey, for the
Yes, sir.
guests,
Thank you,
these
bro.
glasses, these for the headphones. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Hollywood. I just want to let the guests know, man.
Yeah, I'll put mine on. I was gonna rock with you, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we all good, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man. We catch y'all next time, man. Y'all boys be easy.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
sir. Peace.
Out of here. Peace.
Peace.
How can you pretend?
Now rocking with the elite.